Hello everyone, it's That Teacher here, and today's lesson is going to be on simplifying fractions. Let's start learning. Welcome back to the channel everyone, thank you for joining us for today's lesson. Let's dive straight in. Now, simplifying fractions involves reducing a fraction to its simplest form, where the numerator and the denominator share no common factors except for one. So, the first thing we need to learn here is what is a factor and what is a multiple. These two things will heavily assist you when you are learning to simplify fractions. So a factor of a number is a whole number that divides evenly into another number without any remainders. So I'm going to show you exactly what that means here using the number 12. So we need to think, what numbers can 12 be divided by that will have no remainders? So the first one, every number can be divided by 1. Of course. The second number is 2. So 12 can be divided evenly by 2. 12 can also be divided evenly by 3, 4, 6, and 12 itself. So the number can always be divided by itself. Now, you need to think, this is why knowing your multiplication, your times tables is extremely important. I've mentioned it previously, it's so important to learn these times tables in order to understand so many different areas of mathematics. So I highly recommend, if you're not so good at your times tables, you need to practice, because it will make learning new concepts in mathematics so much easier. So, those are the factors of 12. What numbers can 12 be divided by evenly without any remainders? So, the next thing we need to learn is a multiple. Now, a multiple of a number is the product you get when you multiply that number by an integer or another number. So, we're going to use 12 here. Basically, when you think of multiple, you need to think of times tables. It's literally just your times tables. So, multiples of 12. The first multiple of 12 is 12. 12 times 1. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 4 is 48, etc. So, multiples are literally the times table. So 12 times tables, those are the multiples of 12. So factors, just a reminder, factors are what can that number be evenly divided by so that there are no remainders. And a multiple is literally the times tables of that number. That's it, simply put. I know it's a mathematical concept, the term. However, that's the easiest way to identify those two things. Now, to solve your simplifying fractions question, you need to think, what is the factors? What are the factors of my two numbers in our fraction? We have 2/8, so we need to think. The 2 can be divided by 1 and 2, and the 8 can be divided by 1, 2, 4, and 8. So the factors I've written down. Like I said, this is quite a helpful tip. If you're just learning how to do this, it really eliminates any simple errors that you may or may not make. So the highest common factor here is 2, okay? Because we can't use the 4, we can't use the 8, which means we have to divide both numbers by 8. And remember, the golden rule of fractions is whatever you do to the top number, the numerator, you need to do to the bottom number, the denominator, or vice versa. Whatever you do to the denominator, you need to do to the numerator. So we simply divide both numbers by 8, and your answer here is 1/4, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I'm going to quickly go through 4 additional examples for you to show you what to do in these questions. So we have 3/6 here. Now, the highest common factor here is 3. So we are going to divide both numbers by 3, giving you the simplest form of 1/2 or 1/2. Now, just a little quick tip. I highly recommend always trying the lowest number. So what I mean by that is, in the 3/9, you know that the numerator, the highest multiple there is going to be 3. So you need to think, can 9 also be divided by 3? And the answer would be yes. So if you have a simple number like that, try that as your highest multiple first, if you're trying to figure it out. So 3 and 9, they both share the common factor of 3. So we're dividing the 3 and the 9 by 3, giving you 1/3. The next question, we have 2/10. Now, remember, try the 2 because you've only got 1 or 2. It can't be 1, so it has to be 2. So the highest common factor that the 2 and the 10 share is going to be 2. So 2 divided by 2 and 10 divided by 2 gives you 1/5 or 1/5. Finally, our last question, we have 8/12, okay? This is where you need to think. What is the highest common factor with both numbers? So we can't use 8 because 12 is not a multiple of 8, okay? So if you go 8, 16, it does not stop at 12. So we need to dial it back a little bit. Let's try 4 because 8, the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8, and 12 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. So both numbers can be divided by 4, okay? So that is the highest common factor of both numbers. So we're going to use that to divide our fraction. 8 divided by 4 and 12 divided by 4. That would give you 2/3. So hopefully all this information, I know it's a lot of information. However, if you need to rewind anything I've explained to you, rewind, listen to it again. But it's quite simple to simplify your fractions. Once you understand the highest common factor, that's probably the most important thing you need to know. So what is the number I need to divide both numbers by? This is going to make your understanding of simplifying fractions so much greater. Now, I've put 4 questions for you to do at home. As you can see here, I'm about to show you the answers. So what I want you to do, if you're at home and you want to practice, get a piece of paper, get a pen, and work these out at home. And the answers are coming on the next slide. So your answers are going to be there in around 10 seconds. So if you already haven't, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully it's helped. Even if it can just help a few people out there, I'll be absolutely stoked. So let's get into your answers. So your answers are on the screen in front of you. I've also included the working out, of course, so that you can cross-reference your work and your working out with my working out. Hopefully you would have answered all 4 questions correctly, and I know you would have if you followed our simple steps. So thank you for watching today's lesson. I really appreciate it. We will see you in the next lesson.